What is up? Welcome back, Enchanters, and happy Thanksgiving Day week. I'm so excited for this video because it's that time of season. I feel like it's that holiday that everyone forgets of. It's like transitions from we end Halloween, which is my favorite holiday, and we think of like going right into the holidays, into Christmas, and we forget there's Thanksgiving. And the creators at Disney Traditions at Jim Shore definitely have not forgotten about Thanksgiving, and there are quite a few pieces, not many, in the Thanksgiving Day collection. It's really one of the holidays that we have some of the honestly speaking, we only have 4 like true Thanksgiving Day pieces here that are authentic Thanksgiving Day pieces. The rest are all either November pieces or they're harvest fall pieces. So I added them to this collection. And what I'm going to start off with is the 4 authentic Thanksgiving Day pieces. And before we even start with that, how are you? If you're watching this, you're part of our tribe now. Consider yourself official. Well, it's not official until you don't subscribe below. Subscribe below and hit that bell to be notified every time I come and upload videos every Monday religiously and sometimes on Thursdays. My name is Jean-Pierre Bon Jovi, and I do a lot of collection unboxings. A lot of our channel is a lot of Disney, DC, Marvel, collectible figures, vintage, trading cards, Pokemon, memorabilia, maquettes, collectible statues, you name it, we unbox it here. Action figures, vintage toys. It's my hobby. It's always been my passion, and I get to take you on this journey, and I get to showcase a lot of my content with you all. We're also having a giveaway, and I would love for you to partake in that giveaway. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play that video, and let's see what that giveaway is and the instructions. And don't forget about our incredible giveaway that we're having. This is for reaching 1,000 subscribers. The moment we get to 1,000 subscribers, we will be doing this incredible giveaway, which is the 100-Acre Caper Adventure Winnie the Pooh piece. In order to be eligible to earn this giveaway, you must be subscribed to our channel. You must like our videos, and every video that you comment under and that you share, you get multiple entries. So if you share our video, you get 2 entries, and for every time that you comment on any of my videos, beginning from the months of July through once we get to the 1,000 subscribers. My goal is to get to 1,000 by the conclusion of August. Fingers crossed, with your support we'll get there. You will be receiving an entry. So you get 2 entries for sharing the video, shared on any of your platforms, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere on social media, Instagram, and if every time you comment on any of our videos and you engage with me, you also get an entry. So this is a beautiful, beautiful piece. As you zoom in, it's one of my favorite Winnie the Pooh Jim Shore pieces ever made. It's this beautiful tree bark, Winnie reaching inside the tree to gather some honey. There's the little details with the bees, and then you have his best friends, Tigger, Piglet, and Eeyore, all supporting him on this venture. It is absolutely adorable, and I can't wait for someone to earn this. So may the odds forever be in your favor, and let's get back to our video. We're back. So let's go ahead and dive in. By the way, if you want to connect with me on socials, my Instagram, my Twitter will be below on the description. So we're going to start off with the very first Thanksgiving Day pieces ever made. They were a pair, but we're going to do one at a time because these are quite large. And they're my 2 favorite pieces out of everything you see here today. The first 2 pieces are my favorite, and this is called Prosperous Pilgrim. I love this piece so much. As you zoom in, you have Mickey Pilgrim with his musket, and his musket has this metal mixed media as well, which I really appreciate. This is a quintessential old school OG holiday Mickey. I believe this piece came out in 2006, yes. So it came out a few months after his initial launch. It's part of one of the original pieces ever made. And because in 2005, Jim started his partnership with Disney. And actually, in 2004, he did make 3 limited edition holiday pieces, but they looked like knockoffs. The quality was so poor on them. And then after he created that, Disney partnered with him, and they gave him the license to create what is now become such a big collection and business for Jim Shore. But this right here, again, back to this piece. What I love when I say OG Jim Disney Traditions is the impeccable detailing from the base. Look how delicious this base looks with the corn. It's the corn on the cob, and just the detailing, the different colors, the vintage feel. It says bounty on the bottom. Like, so much craftsmanship and detail went into these pieces, from the shoes. And then you have the paint is like, the paint on him, it's almost like distressed and it looks dirty, but actually that's just how the pieces were made. It looked like it was carved directly out of wood and painted, with this rustic feel to it. And then you have his pants, and then all the details of the pattern, the quilted pattern on his plaid shirt. The musket details, the paint looks like it's metal, but it's black painted with metal paint, giving it that mixed media feel to it. The hat and all the rose molding details on the hat, and then you have the beautiful portrait in this large scale. We don't get the Mickey pieces we get now. This is the average scale of them. Look how much bigger the scale was. And this piece retailed for $40. Insane. A piece like this now would cost $70. And so it's such a beautiful piece. And at the time when they were released, this and the mini, they were very, very, very difficult to come across. And I could only ever find them in the secondary market on eBay. And they were retailing for about $80, double the price that they launched for. I did pay $80 for each one of them, I remember, because I could not find them locally anywhere at any shop. And so I did have to resort to the secondary market. Surprisingly, this piece has actually gone down in value. You can still find it for that same price. And we're talking about 15 years later, which is insane. It's one of my favorites. Following this piece, it's the mini that partnered it. Now, they are sold separately, and this one is called Hostess of Hospitality, and it is absolutely beautiful. You see the harvest veggies and fruits all over. It's a 360 view, and what I love, it's a different view on all angles, and then it says thankful in the center. I love her shoe details that you could see right here at the bottom. Beautifully detailed. And then you come up to like this pear like print on the bottom of her dress. The brown dress and the apron has roses, but the plaid baby blue and the checkered baby blue and white apron, and she's holding a bounty of fruits and veggies, and they're so beautifully painted and detailed so exquisitely. This is such an exquisite piece. And then she has a bonnet, and it is just the absolute cutest piece. Same retail value as the Mickey. I mean, this is classic vintage. This is vintage Disney Traditions. We also have this piece, which is the most expensive piece. Out of every piece you see here today, this is the most expensive one. And it is called Holiday Harvest. And it's actually signed by Jim Shore. I purchased this on the secondary market. It is the rarest Thanksgiving piece ever made. Many of you have seen me feature. I haven't featured it here before. I actually did a live stream on this once, and this piece retailed when it first came out for $65. Now, it was very rare. Very few were ever produced. And the downside to this piece, right, was the fact that it was difficult. You didn't know the scale of this, right? And so I purchased this on the secondary market for $250 on eBay. Currently, about 4 go on sale. 4 to 5 of them go on sale on the secondary market every year, and they typically go for that amount. $250. They're very, very, very rare to come across. And I remember this piece when I purchased it. I wanted it so badly, and I thought it was a bigger piece. And as you can see, it's this cornucopia piece, beautiful. And you see the Mickey, Pilgrim, and Minnie Pilgrim coming out of the harvest, coming out of the cornucopia with Pluto, as well as a little Pluto as well is a little Pilgrim, and the pumpkins and the fruits, the grapes, the apples, the pears. It's just super duper cutie. But the scale on this is so tiny. It's a really tiny piece. I was expecting something larger, and when it arrived, it was like, there's no way this is the piece because I never actually saw a video or a size reference to it. And it wasn't until I purchased it where I was highly disappointed. But I will say, what I really love about this is it's quintessential, similar to vintage style Disney traditions, that I love the heavy rose molding details on this cornucopia. It is absolutely stunning. The portraits, though they're so small, this is some of the tiniest Mickey and Minnie and Plutos we've ever seen before in scale. The detailing is impeccable as you zoom in on all of those details. The base is gorgeous. Pluto looks amazing. It does have some metal mixed media with the pear stem and Pluto's tail is that metal mixed media. It is absolutely stunning. And again, this piece is going to run you at $250 minimum. And the last piece that's an official Thanksgiving piece is the Bountiful Blessings. And it's the most recent one in the collection. This one goes now for about $75, $85. It has gone up in price, where initially it launched for $45. And it's the Cornucopia Mickey. It's standard traditional Mickey with the metal mixed media tail. That's standard. And I love the harvest rose molding details on the base. And what I don't like about the base is it's like this khaki green grass. And then you have this like ombre yellow. I wish we would have seen this all over. It would have made the piece a little bit more special. You also have, which you've never seen before either, some rose molding detail on his chest and his arm to give it some contrast on theme. And then he's holding the cornucopia with the detailed veggies coming out, which I really love these veggies. It was done beautifully, and the texture of this woven cornucopia is done impeccably. Incredible piece. You can still relatively find it easy on the secondary market, but again, you're going to pay about $70 for this, $75. And that officially sums up like Thanksgiving, right? The other pieces, you can marry them with Thanksgiving. They're harvest pieces, they're fall pieces. A few of them you've seen in my Halloween pieces because they have pumpkins. But again, these pieces transcend throughout the seasons. And the first one I want to go in order in which they came out. And this is the birthstone topaz. The flower is the chrysanthemum, and it is the Tinkerbell birthstone collection. You've never seen me feature these before. Definitely a video for 2022. And these came out in 12 different pieces with a Swarovski crystal in the center. And the necklace of the Tinkerbell is embedded with a Swarovski stone. And she's holding the traditional fall November flower. The name of that flower is it's called a chrysanthemum. And she's sitting on this like lily pad, and her outfit is like this ivory white. And all 12 of them look completely different. These were impeccable pieces, and each one of these retail for $25. Some of these now go for up to $200. They were quite common for a very long time, but in the last 3 years, they've been going up in value, and people have been wanting to collect all 12 of them. They are impeccably done as you zoom in on all those beautiful details, but look at that base, how stunning that base is. It says November, and you have that geometric pattern. It is absolutely gorgeous. Following this piece, about 2 years later, he made another one, and this is the November birthstone topaz flower, the chrysanthemum. Again, it's another version of the flower, but this time it's the Mickey birthstone collection. Same thing, you have that Swarovski imitation. This is an imitation Swarovski rhinestone in the center, right, representing November, but you have that flower, that chrysanthemum flower on the base, and it's Mickey in his standard pose. Also, all 12 birthstones came out, and you'll see those again. You'll see a video on both of those later next year. After those were released, the next piece in the collection is this one, and this one is called picking pumpkins together. And it's Mickey and Minnie, and I love this piece so much. As you can see, it's that fall theme with the rose molding details all around. So this could be a Halloween, it could be a fall, it could be a Thanksgiving Day harvest piece. So you can leave it really on your mantle all season long. And if you're a collector like me, it's displayed 365 days of the year. And it's Mickey with this. He has like this. What do you call those pails? It's like a cart, and they're harvesting pumpkins. It looks like him and Minnie went pumpkin picking, and she is waving, and I just love their face. The portraits are just beautiful. The quality of the portrait is amazing compared to this like ivory paint. He used this matted paint on them, and I just love this portrait so much better than one like this one. And I love this mini dress because we've never seen her in this like fuchsia lilac dress before, and it's an absolutely darling piece. And there you have it. Following that, we have this piece, and this is part of the Princess Fall collection, and this is called Beauty of the Fall. You've seen me showcase this, and I've already showed all 4 of them, but this is a harvest piece. Belle represents the harvest season, and I love the fall leaves and the harvest rose molding details, and she has this cornucopia in her hand. It's in her traditional dress, but the cornucopia, it's an absolutely stunning piece. This piece retailed when it first launched for $50. It now goes for close to over $200. It's become very difficult to come across, and it was limited in its run because it was the transitional phase. This is the last time we saw the blue and red boxes, and after this collection he transitioned to the all red pinstripe boxes that you all are familiar with now. And so everything that was made in that year, 2014 I believe was the year, was limited in its run, and it never got a second edition size. So these have become rare to come across. Following that, we have this bad boy, and it's called Harvest Scarecrow. You've seen me feature this on my Halloween video, and again, it's a Harvest Scarecrow. I love the Harvest rose molding base. So impeccable. You do have a jack-o'-lantern, but it's a beautiful one. It's not a spooky one. You have 2 other pumpkins in the bag. You have the beautiful, it looks it's a friendly little sparrow scarecrow, right on his arm, and Mickey is dressed as Mickey is a scarecrow here. It's such an innocent young piece. Again, this piece retailed for about $50 when it launched. It now goes for about $85, $95, $100. I don't quite know what the secondary market price for this piece is, but it's a beautiful piece. And this bountiful piece right here, the Mickey and Minnie on the pail, that one goes for about like $120. And I believe Fantasies Come True still has it. That's where I actually bought it. And I bought it for regular MSRP. I bought it for like $65 there. I believe they may still have one in stock, so go check it out. Following that piece, there's this one, which has become very rare to come across. It's one of the rare Tinkerbells to get. We also featured in our previous video, and it's called Pumpkin Pixie. And it is Tinkerbell in her traditional attire. She doesn't have anything Halloween-esque to it, but it has the fall leaves, the acorns, the harvest pumpkin, which it's not carved like a jack-o'-lantern either. But what's very distinct about this is the teal lining on it. So the teal rose molding details, and as much, you won't be able to see it through the zoom lens, but the lining, the piping of her dress is all that teal color. And for the first time ever, her wings have this teal tip to them. We've never seen that before. It's the only time he's ever done that to a Tinkerbell piece. This piece initially retailed for $60. It has become very rare to come across, and she goes for about like $200 now on the secondary market. If you're lucky, you may get her for like $160, $180. Following that piece, we have this one, and it is the Acorn Fall, it's called Nuts for Fall Tinkerbell piece, and it's part of, this piece came out about a year and a half ago, and 2 years ago, and it's Tinkerbell in all 4 seasons. You're only going to see the fall season. It comes in a winter, fall, spring, and summer. And the fall one, she holds an acorn. She has that fall leaf. There's that fall base, and it is absolutely darling. I love that she has the yellow rose molding details on her dress at the bottom of her dress. You've never seen that before either, so I really love those details. She looks absolutely darling. That bright pistachio green color contrasts this piece so beautifully. It's my favorite one of the 4 pieces. It's so darling. Following that, we have this duo, and it is called Fresh from the Farm. And this piece, you can call it it's really a miscellaneous piece, and this is called Country Life. But this collection is absolutely beautiful because it ties into like that fall session, that orchid session, like orchid season, and it also encompasses harvest at the same time. And it's like a little mini. It's also part of the. I'm eventually going to do a video. I don't know if we're going to be able to record it before we leave, but it's also part of the occupation collection where the Mickey and friends each have like a specific occupation, right? Or they're part of a specific sport, etc. So it's the Farmer, Mickey, and Minnie. It is absolutely darling. The Mickey, I love. And by the way, these pieces have gone up in price. They retailed for $50 when they first launched. They're going up. They're still under $100, but they've been going up to like $85, $90. So be mindful. These pieces have been going up in price. What I love more than anything is the plaid quilted detailing. It looks like it's denim stitched, both of them, which makes it so beautiful. I love that they're very cohesive and similar in scale. He's a little bit more rectangular. She's a little bit more squared. And you have him, all the orchid apples in the basket. He's fixing his overalls. He looks all dapper. And she has all the little chickadees, one on her hand that she's embracing. And I love that she's staring into the little chick's eyes. And you have the other 2 chicks by her feet. Her dress looks absolutely darling. Her farmer's dress, it is just adorable. And then I love the straw hats. And again, her little yellow flower here. Again, the detailing on these pieces is impeccable. Beautiful, beautiful piece. And pieces like this actually never really go noticed that much. But they're absolutely beautiful. And this is limited more in its run. They weren't as popular or mass produced. And the final piece today that we're featuring is brand new. It's part of our 2021 collection. We featured this earlier in September, and this is in August, jumping into fall Winnie the Pooh collection. It is Piglet and Pooh. I love it. Y'all know, if y'all seen my previous video earlier this year when this launched this year, it is absolutely breathtaking. The base, first off, the long rectangular base is stunning as you zoom into those details. The fall leaves, the pattern is delicious. And then we have the fall leaves as they're stacked, and as Pooh is raking them, Piglet is just basking in joy on top of them. They have the mixed media metal broomstick. Pooh looks amazing, but Piglet really steals the show in this piece. It is absolutely breathtaking. This piece retails for about $65. It is, and again, that's the MSRP price. Don't pay more than $65 for it. You may even get it for $55 if you're lucky. Incredible, incredible piece. The grass looks amazing. It is an exquisite piece. And this right here sums up the entire Harvest, Thanksgiving, Fall Disney Traditions collection. A little quick, shorter, brief video. There's some of you that may want to adorn or decorate next year for Thanksgiving, and you're maybe curious if Jim does have any Thanksgiving Day pieces, and he does. Again, the only one that is still being produced is this one. The rest have all gone under retirement, so you can only find in the secondary market, or some of your local shops may still carry some of these pieces, like maybe these 2, maybe this one if you're lucky, but Tinkerbell as well. But thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe. It supports immensely. I will catch y'all on the next segment that we will upload. I don't know what that's going to be, but I'm excited to bring it to you all. Stay amazing, stay blessed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.